A tax protest also really plays into the hands of a long-running right-wing strategy to starve the government of money and use that as an excuse to cut social programs like healthcare and education, right? The Bush administration did this. They ran up the deficit with wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. And then cut a bunch of social programs, and they didn't have to make arguments about the merits of those social programs. They simply pointed to the budget and said, oh, we're fiscally responsible. We got to cut this, right? It becomes an excuse. So it can actually hurt the very programs that you are aiming to preserve, that you want more of. It can hurt those very things. This is why I think a tax protest is so counterproductive and not the thing to do, okay? So here are some places to channel your energy. A much more effective place to channel your energy is to simply exercise the powers that you do have that you probably haven't exercised enough. Contacting your representatives, yes, at the federal level, also at the state level, also at the local level. Contact your representatives, tell them what's on your mind. Unlike a tax protest where there's no way to register what your issue is, your representatives do register what your issue is. They keep tallies of how many taxpayers call in or email. They actually note a phone call actually is weighted more highly than an email because it's a little harder to do. It takes a little more commitment. And for that reason, they're weighted more strongly. So I do recommend a phone call. But if you can't do a phone call, send an email. And they will tally how many people are concerned about that issue. So this is something you can organize your friends and neighbors around, and you can actually start campaigns to lobby your representatives about issues you care about. When there's enough critical mass coming towards the representatives, they tend to respond, right? So it's a really great, this is how democracy is set up. This is how it's supposed to work. And I'm afraid not enough of us do it, but it is a real place where you do have power and where the issues you're concerned about get noted. I also think that the act of paying taxes is something that can really empower you to feel the right to lobby your representatives, right? Let it empower you to demand that your money be spent according to your values. That's part of the deal of paying taxes and why it's so important. All right.